What's up everyone? In this video I'm going to be working on my 350Z. I had a little problem with it. I pulled up to work the other day and the radiator was just peeing water all over the place. I'll show you guys a little video of what that looks like. As you guys can see, the radiator is pretty much shot. There's a small hole on the bottom of it, so it has to be replaced. So since I have to replace the radiator, I went ahead and I bought a bigger aluminum one. So that way we can hopefully keep the car a little bit cooler and be able to stay on track a little longer. And also, since I'm doing all of that and have to pull the radiator out, I'm gonna do an oil cooler also. So hopefully that will help it even more. And I'll show you guys that process. Let me show you guys the radiator that I did get. It's nothing fancy, but we're gonna try it out and see how it works. It's just a regular eBay, like cheap $100 aluminum radiator, but the quality of it is pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I always get like Mishimoto and Koyo and stuff like that, but for the Z is really my cheap beater car and I don't want to spend any money on it, so I'm just getting the cheapest things I could and keeping it going with minimal to nothing, hopefully. So let me start taking the stock radiator out, taking it all apart, and then I'll show you guys in a little bit when I have that one pretty much in place and show you guys how I hooked it up. All right, so I got the radiator out and I wanted to show you guys a little comparison side by side. Show you guys the difference of the stock one and this aluminum one that's a little bit bigger. So this is a stock one. You guys know it's plastic, and then it has the center part that's aluminum. It's really thin and probably doesn't really help that much since it's just really small. And then here's the bigger one. You can tell a huge difference obviously on the side. And the top is a little bit longer, it looks like, and the bottom is a little longer, it looks like. Maybe not, I don't think actually. Probably the same. It might be bigger on the top a little, I don't know. But the biggest difference is just this center part. You get like double the amount of water through the center. Comparing it to here, you can see how it's like half of the radiator. Not even half, it's like really thin compared to that. It's like the full thing. So let me get this back into the car and then I'll show you guys in a little bit once that's done. All right, so I got the radiator put in. I just have to finish putting the fans in and the intake back on. I'm gonna do that right now. And then I'm gonna start pulling the front bumper off. And actually I'm probably gonna bring the car over to my other shop and drain the oil and then start doing the oil cooler and stuff like that. I'll show you guys that in a little bit once I finish putting the intake and the radiator fans back on and move it over there. But let me just show you guys how the radiator fits. Fit really good. This is a little off-centered, but you just gotta move the radiator back. And I need to get these clips because I lost them. I think they broke and just went flying, so that's pretty much it. The condenser, everything lines up really good with this radiator. I could fit both the bolts. They both slid on the bottom. So let me finish the fan, put the intake on, and then we'll start doing the oil cooler. All right, so I brought the car over to my other shop and we're getting ready to install the oil cooler. I have the oil draining and pretty much almost ready to start installing the oil cooler kit. Let me show you guys the kit that I got. It's the G Plus oil cooler. You can get it on eBay, it's really cheap. It came with everything that I needed. It's a universal kit. Just the adapter block, the lines, and the cooler pretty much. I went and I got a nice K&N oil filter. And let me show you guys where we're gonna install it. So I'm hoping that these lines are long enough so that I can fit the oil cooler right there. And I'm just gonna pretty much put it right there. And that's really it. I'm gonna make a little mount so I could hold it in place right there nicely. and then install it. So let me start putting it on, and I'm going to show you guys how it's going to fit and how it's going to all stay on. Also, I have another little part that I'm going to install. I'll show you guys once I start doing it. It's going to go on this part here. This is like a oil the water cooler, whatever. It kind of warms the oil up once it's cold, just for emission purposes and stuff like that. I don't think it really does anything, so I'm gonna eliminate that, and I'm gonna show you guys that. Let me start moving all this stuff, and we're gonna start installing it, and I'll show you guys that once I get it on there. Little bypass that I made. Pretty much I'm just eliminating this oil cooler, oil warmer, whatever it is. I saw a lot of people remove them and get a new fitting and put it on the block and then put the adapter on there, but I mean, whatever, I'm not gonna spend the extra money. I just pretty much pulled the hose off of here and teed it in there and ran it behind the alternator right there. It's free, it's moving, it's not like hitting anything, so it's good. And now I'm going to install the adapter for the oil cooler and install the lines and put the cooler on, so I'll show you guys that. Alright, so I got it all installed. Let me show you guys how I did it. It's really easy. So you pretty much take the adapter, you remove your old oil filter, and it comes with like a nut type adapter thing that holds this block on, and then the filter threads back onto it. So you just put that on, tighten it up, and put the filter on it, and that's good to go. Then you have to route the lines. So there's 2 lines, and you just pretty much route them however you want. There's an in and an out. It doesn't really matter, I guess, how you put it, because it's always gonna go in and out. I just try to put the out here on the closer side, and then the return line is the back one that goes there. So that's how I did it. And then it runs here. I saw some people run it around the firewall, or not the firewall, I'm sorry, like the radiator support, like around here. But I just went ahead and I drilled some holes here so the lines can go in them, and then it runs through that, comes up, makes like an S, and loops back down into the cooler. The cooler didn't fit in there where I said I wanted it, right by the condenser, but I made some brackets, and it comes off of the crash bar right here, and it's nice and easy. It makes it stay nice and sturdy, so we don't have any problems with it moving or anything like that. So it's good to go. It's really easy. Let me just finish putting on the bumper, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like, see if there's any clearance problems or anything like that. And it's pretty much done. So let me finish the bumper and I'll show you guys that. All right, so we got the bumper put on. Everything fits how it should. I don't know if you guys can really see it through there, but you can actually see it. There's the oil cooler, and the lines are ran just how you saw them before, and everything fits really nice. So that's pretty much it for this install of everything, the cooling mods and the radiator and stuff like that. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like my videos, please subscribe and just give it a thumbs up if you could. Thank you.